Okay, good morning. I have no idea how to really do this, so these first couple of videos probably will be really chopped and not even really doing these for anybody because no one even knows I have this YouTube page, but it's for my first official day in Georgia. Yes, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Look at the projects, burnt up and shit, but hey, that part makes me feel at home. Yeah, so I moved to Georgia. It's like almost like an awkward feeling because I've never not been in the same state as my family. So on my first day in Georgia, I sort of just feel like I'm on vacation. Mentally, I know I'm not. I know I start work soon. Pre-screening, I have a BLS certificate class today. So yeah. Yeah. See, as you notice, I need to learn how to continually look at the camera versus staring off into space while I'm talking. My hair looks like a mess because I haven't done it, but hey, I'm here. That car just flew by me really fast. So my goals here are to, of course, start my job and just kind of go from there and see how I feel about life. I've never had to. Lips ashy. It's cold out here. Not super cold, but cold enough to ashy your lips if you don't have any chapstick with you. I've never had to really live just for me before. Like, I always had my daughter to take care of, my mom to take care of, go and see if my brother or my sister needed anything. So this is definitely going to be different. I'm definitely going to have to learn how to just take care of me. Still taking my walks. I started that in California, so things are a little different here because they don't have a freaking sidewalk in some places, so you gotta be way more cautious, of course. And then thanks to this damn Rona, I gotta be super cautious, so I do need to go to the store. When I get there, I'll put my gloves on and I have a mask just in case someone's coughing or anything like that. But yeah, fucking squirrels are big and nosy. So yeah, this is Atlanta, Georgia, move 2020, March 22nd. Could not sleep last night at all. Was drinking, trying to put myself to sleep. Went to sleep. And I was back up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and to force myself back to sleep. And now I'm back up again. So I'm walking in an effort to relax my body. I don't know. My little thing is at 11, so we'll see what happens. And amazingly, I've only been talking for 3 minutes, yet it feels like I've been talking forever. But I haven't. So, yes, Nicole Mayon has moved to Atlanta, Georgia. I do have a job in place. I never suggest completely moving without a job in place. It makes no sense. If you're gonna move, make sure you have a job in place. You can talk to the people. You can, let them know. What worked for me was letting the people know that, because sometimes when you try and get a job in different areas, they'll give you a hard time. So I always suggest, if you have someone that lives in the state that you're trying to move to, you want to get their address if they'll allow you to have their address. And that way you can tell the different companies that you have 2 residences, one in whatever state you're in and one in whatever state you're trying to go to. That allows you a little more openness as far as the different things. They're a lot quicker to grab your resume if they feel like you actually are going to be in this state versus you're just fishing, So when I first started looking for jobs in different states, I was using my California address only. And since all of my previous work experiences in California, I wasn't really getting a lot of calls back. I should have had my chapstick, but whatever. So when I started putting the Georgia address on my resume and telling them that I had a residence in both areas, it was easier. I got a lot more calls back. I got a lot more emails back. And so yes, you will have to fly back and forth for the interviews, because you never want them to think that they have to wait on you. Every now and then you'll get a really nice person, like there's a lady, Miss, I guess I can say her name, Danielle. She helped me out tremendously. She even tried to give me a video call. And I was just like, don't worry, I'll just come for the interview. And lo and behold, the job was mine. So you do want to try to make yourself really available. So if they see that you're like really pursuing, you never want to say I'm going to move to that state. You want to say you're in the process. That means I've already started, I'm just waiting on a job. If they ask, a big question they like to ask is, what's keeping you from being here? And you just tell them like, well, I still do work in this state and I'm currently just waiting to get a job. That helps. You also want to try and tell them like, well, I have a contract, but that's ending soon. You know, because technically, even if you give a 2-week notice, it's like a contract. So it will be ending soon. So you definitely want to tell them that, you know, I have a contract, it's ending soon. And, you know, let that be that. It helps a lot when they know. They are a lot more accommodating when you're up front. Like, hey, I'm here and I'm there. You know, I don't mind coming for the interview, but I will be leaving back out. You know, do you guys need me for certain things? So like me, I originally wasn't coming till the 30th, but thanks to the Rona, I didn't want to get stuck in California, and I have a health screening coming up. So some things can only be done in the state that you're going to be working in. So you kind of got to be mindful of that. So I personally just kind of hurried up and, I lost my headphones. Hurried up and came. That way I can attend my pre-screening and it doesn't delay me starting work. So once again, major points is I got to get used to this time, for one. It's really important that I get used to this time, for one. 2, when looking for a job in a different state, you always want to have an address, let them know you're in the process, and be available. The more available you are, the more accommodating they will be. So I'm going to finish my walk. Currently walking past Woods Memorial Baptist Church. I might have to visit them one day. They start at 10 a.m. I see cars in the parking lot. And finish my day. It won't be today though, because I got a class at 11. But I'll be back. Give you more updates of how I feel about this move. Yeah, I'm very positive, don't get me wrong, extremely positive about my move. Very excited. It's just different. It's definitely something I'm gonna have to get used to, being around other people versus being around my family, being to myself, just honestly just getting used to a whole nother state. It's gonna be a little different, but I'm here for it. Especially since they gas is $1.93. Did you hear me? $1.93. Okay. Yep.